Hello everyone and welcome to episode 94 as it is the TUF 30 finale. And for this show, before we run it, we're going to look through the standings a little bit because it has been a hot minute since we've last ran through them. As of course the heavyweight title fight, the interim heavyweight champ, will be decided between Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. Winner of this fight takes on JDS. JDS of course had the fight with Curtis Blades 2 years ago now in the save. And then JDS has beaten Derek Lewis in the past, so he does have that experience over him. For Juan Adams, Juan Adams is sitting there kind of waiting in the wing. He just knocked out Francis. I mean, yeah, he got this Kimura loss to Curtis Blades. If Curtis wins both against Derek Lewis and in the rematch with JDS, and if he somehow beats John Jones, Juan Adams is going to be in a weird spot, having already lost to him, but a lot of things are in play there for Juan Adams. But as far as, because he just beat Francis, and it's like, well, I mean, sure, we could give him Alistair Overeem, or we could even give him Stipe, and those fights, I mean, they definitely could make sense just for time's sake. But at the same time, it's like he doesn't really need that next fight. Maybe him and Cyril Gahn, that's a fun fight, obviously. Two guys that got 10 wins and two fun heavyweights. As far as, obviously, Taboria, he's going to be out for still a long-ass time, still about a year, so he's going to be out for a while. So there goes a spot in the top 10 just with that. And then, obviously, for Alistair Overeem, he's probably got one more fight in him, maybe two at the most. As far as for him, as far as I think him and Stipe makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, him and Stipe, when they did fight, Stipe finished them in the first round, so it's not like it's maybe a necessary rematch to make. Maybe do him and Francis again, since, Francis, of course, absolutely obliterated him. That could be a fun fight to make, again, as far as for the rematch purposes. But yeah, I mean, heavyweight, it's pretty much set in stone already. What's all going to be played out? Volkov, of course, could make a run. Anthony Johnson, of course, he's, now lost to both Alistair Overeem and to Juan Adams, but he did beat Volkov, so it's weird to think that maybe he's never going to get in the top 10, but at the same time he's beating number 10, so you got that going for him. I don't know if there's going to be a guy rising into, obviously, Tom Aspinall and Muhammad Usman are two guys that can definitely do it, but I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out for the heavyweights. Of course, light heavyweight again. Oh, went already through the middleweight. There we go. So, light heavyweight. Of course, we're waiting on Yuri Prochazka to take on the winner here as far as, with Jan Blachowicz beating Jimmy Crite. That will be our light heavyweight title fight, which Jan will be back in. Oh, he's going to be back in 7 days, so we'll be able to book that fight next week, so that's going to be great. We'll see how, of course, that plays out. Winner will obviously become the new light heavyweight champion. As far as who will be the next challenger, now that's where things get interesting, because Ryan Bader, right now has been on a nice little winning streak. He's beat Roundtree, Radic, and Nazardinov. He's beating some tough guys. I think, though, again, the Luke Rockhold loss is quite puzzling. As far as about to say Darko Stoic, but of course he's 3-3. As far as for Bogdan Guskov and Andrew Clamp, I mean, those guys are really on the rise, especially for Andrew Clamp. He's been getting a lot of big wins already. OSP, wildly enough, of course, getting the win over Eric Anders, maybe has got enough time to make one more run, if he beats another guy, as far as beats a guy in the top 10. You never know. Of course, Benfield, he's taken on, as far as Ryan Spann, so that's a big-time fight for those two guys. For Menfield, though, I mean, if he could beat Spann, he could definitely get a title fight in the future, especially if he'll be 14-0, 7-0 in the UFC. I don't see why not. Dominic Reyes, of course, coming off of a win over Luke Rockhold. I mean, we'll probably do Luke and Bader. I feel like that makes sense. And probably whoever wins that fight, depending on if it's Bader. If it's Bader, we'll probably give it to Menfield if he does, in fact, beat Ryan Spann. And then again, if it is Bader, or rather, if it's Dominic Reyes, he'll get the title fight next. Whoever wins between Yuri and Jan Blachowicz, which again, Dominic Reyes fought Yuri. Was that Yuri's debut? I always forget if that was his debut. I thought he fought somebody before Oh yeah, in real life, yeah. Of course, that was during COVID. So yeah, yeah, we get the chance to do that fight for the first time actually. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Obviously, Dominic Reyes got put up against the cage and got elbowed into oblivion by Yuri Prohaska. That's gonna be a fun fight. So as far as for Israel Adesanya, well, we got someone, of course, waiting in the wing after he just beat Uriah Hall. As far as Alexa Pereira, he'll be taking on Israel Adesanya very, very soon. We just need to give Izzy, as far as he's got the one fight left with Brad Tavares. If he does beat Brad, which I'm assuming he will, then comes who will be the next guy to fight Pereira. Do we give him Sean Strickland, or do we give him somebody actually in the top 10 or even the top 5? And hopefully if he gets a win there, then we set up him and Izzy, as that's really the plan. For Brad Tavares, I mean, he's got a chance to really shock the world, potentially. For Whitaker, like him and Jack Hermanson, they're, of course, not main eventing, they are on that March pay-per-view in UFC 272. So that's going to be coming up. That'll be in March, of course. That's next month. Brendan Lazar has been on a tear. Shabazian, rather. I always want to say Shabazian. It's Shabazian, as far as he's on a little bit of a run right now. Yeah, I mean, of course, Sean Strickland, he's been great ever since he lost to Uriah Hall. He was knocked out Ian Heinzich. He went the distance with Ibrahim as well. Both good fights. Both great fights, actually. So we'll see how he does. Still only 30 years old, too. So, can make a run, if need be. Maybe him and Jocko could be a fight to make. Or even Costa and Jocko. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, Roy McDonald and Michael Venom Page line up for our next fight. Kamaru Usman, he's 13-1. Of course, lost to Rory in pretty crazy fashion. You give him a rematch so soon after that is kind of the question. I feel like we at least need to give him one fight. I don't know if it's going to be LeQuay. That makes a lot of sense since LeQuay has beat Kobe. But also, LeQuay technically could be the next guy in line after MVP in a Roy fight. So it's kind of, I feel like that makes sense, though, to make Usman and LeQuay as far as for the next fight. Leon Edwards back in the top 10 after he beat Masvidal. We'll see how he does. As far as, of course, he beat the fuck out of Masvidal in their fight. Him and Tony Martin makes sense, since they're both 9-8 in the rankings. They're both looking for their 20th win. Of course, D-Rod, he's got old Ruthless Robbie Law. That's going to be a very fun fight if he can beat the legend. We'll see what is next for him. Maybe him and Kobe, or maybe even him in a title fight. Like MVP and D-Rod might be a fun fight, or even Roy McDonald and D-Rod, since obviously, Daniel Rodriguez, if he beats Robbie, that it makes sense as far as the lineage-wise, to have him take on Rory next. But yeah, I mean, as far as, next kind of welterweight guys after that, it really just depends on how it all plays out. A lot of these guys are kind of staggering veterans, or just, now maybe they were on the rise, but they got stopped, and it's going to be, it's crazy. Matt Brown, again, 18-11, he's been tremendous for us. And then super lightweight, which of course we crown our first champion at the next show at 271. So we'll see how that all plays out. Of course, Dos Anjos and Connor is a fight I really would like to make, since that fight obviously was supposed to happen. Never did. But yeah, super lightweight, as far as there's a lot of mixed bags. A lot of old vets and rising stars coming along. And some vets that don't have a lot of experience, like Mark Madsen, but is an Olympic caliber wrestler. Well, Mark's almost in the top 15 now, as far as the lightweights. But yeah, obviously Kevin Lee is the next man up if Tony Ferguson does in fact get the win over, as far as if he's taking on Rick Glenn. Yeah, that's in June, so that's a while away to set up that fight. I mean, I guess we could potentially reschedule at the same time. Ali Quinta, he knocked out Gregor Gillespie before the save. Do that fight again, since obviously Gillespie, that's his only loss, and he's beaten Barboza, Habib, and Gaethje. Just feels like that's only the right decision to make. But Tony Ferguson, he'll probably get the next title fight if he does in fact beat Rick Glenn. Of course, if Rick Glenn wins, we'll jump him up, and he'll take on the winner, Lee and Gillespie 2. Of course, Islam there. Charles is getting some wins. Hopefully Poirier can bounce back after the loss to Rick Glenn. Yeah, I mean, of course, lightweight, there are just so many fucking savages in that division. You got Justin Gaethje at 13. Just wild. Beneil Dariush has been getting some big wins, too, along the way. He just beat Marabek. He's beaten Oliveira as well. His only loss, again, is the champ. And, yeah, I mean, him and Ali Quinta will probably be the next fight for them. Just kind of wait and see there how that all plays out. Clay Guida's still ranked. It's crazy. But, yeah, I mean, Mark is on a rise for sure. We'll see how he does in his next fight. Maybe him and Alexander Hernandez. I feel like that makes sense. I know Paul Felder, I believe he's fighting on unranked. Yeah, he's taking on Madesi as far as that's going to be at the Fight Island card. That's coming up at the end of March. Featherweight champ, of course, is Topuria. Just beat Holloway. Him and Ortega's probably going to be the fight. Well, actually, he just beat Moicano, rather, but he beat Holloway for the belt. And yeah, him and Ortega seems to be the fight to make. Of course, Ortega just beat Kevin Aguilar. So at least he's coming off a win. I would like for him to at least beat somebody else. Maybe have him and maybe Ortega and Yair Rodriguez. Then the winner takes on Topuria. But Michael Johnson, of course, he's taking on, as far as Max Holloway. Very fun fight there in March. Aldo is taking on, I was thinking it was Volkan. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's John Lineker. I can't wait for that fight. But yeah, it's Zabit. He's taking on Volkanovski. That's what it is. No, he's taking on Bryce Mitchell. Who the fuck is Zabit fighting then? Is it? Oh, it's Guan Wang, that's right. Which, that's going to be a great fight, too. Guan Wang, of course, pulling off some big wins along the way. He's ranked now, and he's got a chance to beat a top 5 Zabit. So we'll see how that plays out. Yusuf Razov is on the rise. He's gotten some big wins. I don't know if we'll give him Moicano next, but I mean, he's beaten Mirsad Bektic, he's beaten Frankie Edgar, Ricardo Lamos. He's beaten some tough guys. As far as next up, yeah, really just anybody that's in the top 10 makes a lot of sense for him. Of course, Soto Kusev was at 1.6-0, and now he's got the one loss, and Arnold Allen's trying to make a run again. Same thing for Akeem, and Leron Murphy, again, just coming off a loss, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great shit to be had for the featherweights. There's a lot of great opportunities, of great new fights. Of course, Topuria. Of course, Uriah Faber, old man champ. He's taking on Dominic Cruz at the June pay-per-view, 275. Borg is taking on Sandhagen. Oh, no, he's taking on Cejudo, rather. Excuse me. Yeah, he's taking on Cejudo. And if he beats Cejudo, he'll definitely get a chance for a title fight with Faber. But also, I mean, the Sandman, Corey Sandhagen, we got him set for a fight in April, because that's going to be in Colorado. I'm hoping for Ronnie Lawrence. I'm hoping for even Thomas Almeida to make that fight. Maybe even Sean O'Malley. Who knows? But Sean is fighting Peter Yan at that February card, so that's probably a little too soon of a turnaround. But yeah, Sergio Pettis is ranked now. Aljo's fighting on this card. As far as obviously Peter Yan, he's fighting later. And he's taking on Sean O'Malley, of course, at that February pay-per-view. It's next week. Yadong Song looking to make it a top 10 splash. Of course, Garbrandt, if he ever comes back from his hiatus, he's got a big-time fight. Him in Faber would make a lot of sense, but I want to give him, one fight at least before the title fight to at least get him back into the swing of things. Flyweight, of course, it's Skorvov's division. He's already 5-0, and I feel like he's cleared it out already. He's beaten Pantoja and Perez. He beat Murad Magomedov as well before that. Malcolm Gordon is very tough. Which now Malcolm is 15th. But yeah, I mean, Figgy would be someone that he could potentially fight. Again, there's just, Kai Car France. He is main eventing tonight's card. It's him and Jazier de Silva, so maybe whoever wins that might get a curveball fight. Of course, because, he's beaten Royval, and, it's set for him and Royval. Yeah, duh. So, yeah, whatever happens there between those two, if Royval beats him, huge, win for him and to be back as champ. But if Kurvov wins, That's probably going to be who's the next title contender. Hopefully they're in the top 5 by then. But yeah, I mean, he's already clearing out the division a little bit. But the women's featherweight division, again, this division is on death's door. Really, it's just being held by Nunes and Megan Anderson, Felicia Spencer. Of course, Megan is, she's already fought. She lost in the 3rd round, so it would be a rematch there. If and Felicia, if she wins, who is 9-3 and 3-3, she's coming off a loss to Macy. So I'm assuming she's not going to get the win, but you never know. But she's beaten Megan Anderson in the past, at least in real life. So at least it's an interesting fight there. Macy, of course, is coming off a loss to Megan Anderson. So really, it's Megan Anderson's fight to lose as far as her chances of rematch. We'll see if she can get it done. Wow, it's crazy. We don't even have 25 bantamweights anymore. That's what Invicta is really great for girls that are kind of stagnant a little bit, and we want to get them kind of rocking and rolling. That's been great for that. But Aspen Ladd right now, it's her division. She's running things. She's beating Nunes. She's beating Juliana Pena, and now she just beat Joja as well. She's looked good in all of her fights. As far as who's next for her, it's really, Bay is obviously on the rise, but she's only gotten 3 fights. Ketlin Barrera, she beat Julia Villa before that. But before that, she's lost to Ladd already. It was a dominating decision, too. And, of course, she's lost to Pena, and Pena would probably be ahead of her. Yana, though, as far as she just beat Jermaine Durandamy, but she's also lost to Joja, and she's lost to Ketlin Barrera. So it's just a little bit of a mixed bag there in the first 5. A lot of different things going as far as variables-wise between who's going to be the next challenger for maybe a rematch with Nunes. It's worth a shot, potentially. Maybe have a bout at 145 this time. So, just an idea. Of course, the flyweights, Macy Barber, Aaron Blanchfield. That's the title fight. Shevchenko's going to get the next title fight. Yana Wu's been doing pretty well, but Montana De La Rosa, I believe she's taking on Robertson, So she might get a chance at a title fight again, potentially, if, in fact, Shevchenko wins the title fight, or even if it's, basically, if it's not Macy Barber again. Lipsky's doing pretty well. As far as Mackenzie Dern has been great. It's crazy how Caitlin Jakagan at one time was the champ, and now she's outside the top 10. Kana Watanabe's been on the run. There's a lot of talent in the flyweight division for sure. Strawweights, obviously Thug Rose, still the champ. As far as her, and I'm assuming Miss Yana will be next after she beat Zhang Wei Li. Sparza, I believe, coming off of win over Joanna Jędrzejczyk, but she of course lost to Thug Rose with the Gilly rather. Luana Pinheiro as well is somebody that's on the rise. Those two are probably 1 and 2 as far as for the next title fights. Then Esparza's probably 3rd. Just kind of how I see it. But a couple of new faces involved. Ibas has been getting some wins. Of course, Denise has been great. Sam Banaga, and obviously Nong Stamp. A lot of the one strawweight girls, they've been great. They got a chance. They got a chance for a title fight for sure in the future. But that's where the rankings are at. As far as, again, for our main event, Kai Kara France, Jazier De Silva, but it is the finale for TUF 30. 30 seasons of TUF, come and gone. And for Daniel Zahuber and Esteban Riverches, 165, they get to kick that off on the main card for the first time. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be a fun fight, though. Obviously, in real life, they had an absolute banger. Hoping for the same thing here. Aljamain Sterling and Rafael Ascunio, Tim Means and Alexei Konechko, and then Kevin Aguilar and Sodik Yousev at 145. Maybe not the biggest of names for that main card, but some big implications for Kai Kara France and Jazier De Silva, and I think it's going to be a good fight for 5 rounds, especially. The prelims, Jared Cannonier main eventing the prelim, which is insane to say for a TV show, like a free TV card. Cannonier to Roman Kopylov. Main eventing that card is Katharina Lanier and Reina Moras, also the 135 belt on the women's side of things. Carlos Matos and Nick Maximov, of course. Nick Maximov was a part of that middleweight, the TUF 29 season. him and Carlos Matos. Anastasia Yakanova and Melinda Fabian as well as a women's strawweight contest and Brian battle. And Zemetsko as a 185 belt. Again, both those guys are part of that TUF season as well. Kaikara France is the underdog in this one, even though the rankings-wise it's 11-10. But Kaikara France, again, both of these guys got popped for PEDs, which is, again, crazy. 2 flyweights getting caught with that. So they have both had their year off. Of course, Kaikara France, 28, in the prime of his career for Jair da Silva, was the champion, but quickly got that title stripped after testing positive after the fight with Figgy. And, of course, just got demolished by Alex Perez back in August. And already, though, a new champ, and already Jair da Silva looking to make the run back to the top. And this time, hopefully, does it clean, as da Silva's the favorite. It's his fight to lose for sure. Sodiq Yusuff and Kevin Aguilar. Again, Sodiq Yusuff, 13-2 and 6-1. He was on a tear till they ran to Zabit. And Zabit put him out. We'll see how he does this time around against a very tough opponent, though, in Kevin Aguilar. Aguilar, he's 15th. He's a top 15 featherweight in the world. Kevin Aguilar is a big puncher as well. He just lost to Ortega, but he's beaten Manny Bermudez and Dooh Choi. He's beaten some big guy, and he beat Rick Glenn a couple of years back, which is, again, Rick Glenn's rise has been insane. But yeah, hasn't had a bad fight since the Rick Glenn fight. Should be a good one. These guys can bring it for sure. And Sodiq Yusuff being the favorite, I see it, but at the same time, Kevin Aguilar is super tough. Super, super tough. Oh, I skipped over Tim Means and Alexei Konechko. Yeah, Konechko and the Dirty Bird. Tim Means. A lot of experience here for both guys. As far as for Tim Means, he's the slight favorite. They're both outside the top 15 of the welterweight scene. Konechko's 23rd, Tim Means is 18. As far as for Tim Means, he's on a 3-5 winning streak right now, and he beat Neil Magny. Not only beat him, finished him too. He looked really, really good. Beat Jack Marshman before that as well. He might be on one of the best runs of his career right now. We'll see how he does as far as in this fight against a tough Alexei Konechko. Konechko, he's fought some tough guys. He's fought a champion in Rory McDonald. He got finished, but he fought him. And, as far as he at least had a good showing of himself, he did knock out Michel as well before that, but then he had to fight Ismail Naradev, which that's a tough fight as well. Another guy that has had a bad fight in the save. Should be a good one. Should be a real good one between these two vets. And yeah, for Aljamain Sterling, the Funk Master, against Rafael Escunio. Aljo, clear favorite. They have fought once before, back in 2017. It was a split decision win by Escunio. That was on the Fox show, as far as that was main evented by Shevchenko and Pena. Of course, yeah, 11-6, 11-7 in the UFC. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years now since they last fought. It's time to run it back, and we'll see if Aljo can avenge that loss and get his 20th win, or will the Jackson Week MMA vet get his 20th win and get another win, maybe this time not as a split. But he is the underdog in this fight, so it should be a tough one. For Daniel Zahaber and Esteban Ribaverches, the Argentinian and the Mexican fighter, Golden Boy, Zahaber, Gringo, Esteban Ribaverches, two guys in their mid-20s, early 20s for Zahaber. Both guys undefeated. It's going to be a hell of a fight at 165. That's going to be a very, very fun fight. Cannonier and Kopolov, the Killer Gorilla, man, he's on a 5-fight losing streak, I think. Four right now. But he's fought Robert Whittaker, Derek Brunson, Heinzich, and Brendan Allen. So he's fought some tough guys. Again, another guy that's not going to have a bad fight. His style is just too exciting. Him and Roman Kopolov's a fun fight, though. Roman Kopolov, he's 10-1. He's 2-1 in the UFC. He's a world champion in hand-to-hand combat. He beat Armand Petrosian. He's fought Dean Hawkins. Both guys getting wins over them. Did lose to Carl Robertson, but that's all right. That was before the save, too. So, we'll see. Now, I don't think it's as clear as they have it as in the game. With a minus 560 favorite, I think it's a little closer than what it may appear. But I still think Cannonier's the favorite. Serena is the favorite over Katharina Lanier, again, the Germany native, taking on the Tokyo native. As Katharina, of course, she beat Gina. She won 29-28, and then there's a 30-27 in there as well. Good performance from her. Hasn't had a bad fight in the save at all, and probably won't have one here as well, because King Reina is going to bring it. Top, as far as the top level women's bantamweight fighter. She did lose to Joja, but again, Joja just fought for the belt, and that was a fantastic fight too back in December. She had a long layover from her last fight, but she beat Stephanie Egger, and now back again pretty quickly. And it's still only 25. A lot can happen for sure between now and then as far as for a potential championship fight for Carlos Matos and Nick Maximov. Nick Maximov's 2-0, 4-0 overall. Of course, here in the save, he has done really well for himself. He beat Camille, and he beat Andrew Sanchez, both with an armbar, both great, fantastic fights for the Matador. Carlos Matos, he lost to Jacob Malkoun, but he did beat Semetsko. He did beat him 30-27. That was at UFC 257. So 2 pay-per-views for Carlos Matos, and now here at the TUF finale prelim. Bit of a step down, potentially, but we'll see how he does. And then for Anastasia Yanakova, is she's taking on Melinda Fabian, which, sure, Fabian's record's not great, but she brings it. She is a tough cookie to crack. She, at one point, had gotten 2 wins in a row. She did just lose, rather, to Silvana Gomez-Juarez, which that was a great fight, too, and it does have a bad fight. Her style, even at her age, she still brings it. And it was a 2-time Kimbo champ. Really, really good striker. Had that sneaky armbar. She might give Anastasia some trouble. For Anastasia, though, she just beat Hannah Goldie at Bellator. That's probably definitely her biggest win on a 4-fight winning streak. Oh, she did beat Liz Carmouche, but that's not the same Liz Carmouche. That's not prime, Liz Carmouche. But still, she beat her. We'll see how she does as these two battling it at 125. I think I said strawweight, but yeah, no, it's flyweight. It's 125. Brian Battle and Semetsko. As far as Matisius Semetsko, of course, he lost in his big-time debut after against Carlos Matos. He got 30-27. Basically, there was one judge that had it 29-28, but he's taking on Brian Battle, and Brian Battle's a bad man. He is coming off a draw with Carl Robinson, which is crazy, but he did beat Miroslav Braz before that. If he wins here, he'll probably get the rematch with Robertson, just to kind of avenge that draw. But yeah, both guys, similar age, and were part of the same season of TUF, so it's a fun fight to make. And yeah, for Kai Kara-France and Jazier de Silva, first time they main evented for either event for the first time. As far as Jazier de Silva is the favorite, 7-0, not one backer of Kai Kara-France. That's kind of crazy. It's Aguilar and Sodak Youssef again, same thing, not one backer of Kevin Aguilar. I think it's going to be pretty close, but Sodak Youssef is still the favorite for sure. Don't get it twisted. As Tim the Dirty Bird means, Alexei Konechko, both have finished their majority of their opponents of their last 5. Konechko's got the slight edge on the Blurkat staff picks, even though he's ranked lower. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good one. We'll see how it plays out. As, again, a rematch here between the Funkmaster and Rafael Escunio. We'll see if Aljo can get it done and avenge that loss. He is the big favorite. And, of course, Escunio is ranked lower. This might be the last time that Escunio is ranked, potentially. He might fall off completely out of the rankings, but I doubt it. You never know, though. As then for Daniel Zahuber, Esteban Riverches, 5-2 on the Blurkat stat picks. Zahuber, slight favorite. Majority favorite, I would say, actually. And we'll see how he gets it done, if he does, in fact, walk away as the TUF 30 winner. For the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, he hasn't won the whole time during this save, but I might turn around here against Roman Kopylov as our main event in the prelim. Katharina Lanier and King Reina Mura, as far as Reina is the favorite, 10-11 on the rankings here on the women's bantamweight. So 2 girls, at least one's outside the top 10, and one is the 10th spot, looking to get into the top 10 with this win potentially for Reina. Nick Maximov, he is the favorite here. He's got the weight advantage. He did a little bit better than Matos, it felt like, at least in the TUF season, but at the same time, Matos is tough. And as for Anastasia Yankova, she She's given up a 5-inch reach advantage, even though she is making her debut. She's got the Blurcat staff picks favorites, as well. Fabian's got one backer, and Matt, maybe the smart bet, especially for that reach advantage, and her being such a good striker. Should be a fun fight, though. And then for Brian Battle, taking on Samoku Semetsko. We'll see how that one plays out. Brian Battle, the big favorite. So our first prelim fight of the evening. Chris Lieben's our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. As, come together strikes, nothing comes of it. Counter jab from Semetsko. Nice little 2-jab combination. And hits him with a straight right. It's a little 3-punch combination overall. Semetsko trying to get stuff going, but, Brian Battle landing these big-time shots, and now he counters. Does Semetsko. Massive right hook on the jaw. Knocks him down. Could finish him here. He does. Well, what a win for Semetsko. First win of his UFC career, and it comes off a counter strike on the button. Knocked him out. And he wants Gregory Rodriguez. He wants fucking RoboCop next. That's a hell of a call out. So we'll see how Anastasia does against Melinda Fabian now. Lieben staying out there as the referee. Cage side judge is there. And then here we go. They come together already. Fabian misses a jab. Hits a glancing high kick, though. Pair of jabs, comes in with a short shot to the body. Yeah, Yanakova, again, she should have the reach advantage. She's landing the 1-2s there after the jab and spin kick to the body. 2 left hands off the counter from Fabian. All those strikes missing here. Fabian misses with the jab. Or lands the jab, rather, but comes up short on the body kick. Left jab from Yanakova, fails on the leg kick. And looking a bit tense. Fabian trying to go for a takedown. Knee strike to the thigh. Tries to throw it. Now it's a break. Yanakova defends all these punches here. Another shot in. But Yanakova just left hopping away here. And now she steps back, apparently not wanting to grapple. Yeah, that's probably for the best there. Jab lands from Yanakova, missed the right to the body. Missed the right hook, gets kind of like a leg kick too. Yanakova's getting outstruck here. Fabian with a left-handed right cross. Avoids the kick to the body. Jab, missed the right hand. Jab and a nice right hook from Yanakova. Good stuff from these girls. Both girls had some flashes. I'd say Fabian's probably the winner of that round. Very, very close, though. So the underdog is the winner of that first round, at least for me. We'll see how it all plays out, though, here in the second. It misses the jab, doesn't connect with the right hand. Just about lands that head kick. Could have been it for her. Goes down low with the leg kicks, does Yanakova. Now she's attacking with strikes again. Jabs, misses, though, this Fabian. 1-2, doesn't land either of them. Fabian's getting tired. 1-2, quick left, straight right from Yanakova. They engage some more. Jab, doesn't connect with the right kick to the body. Jab, leg kick from Yanakova. Jab and a right cross doesn't land. Fabian left jab with the right hand is blocked. Putting them off balance here as Yanakova attacking with a sequence of jabs. Nice right hook. Oh, she rocked her. Oh, boy. Fabian eats the right uppercut. That is... Oh, she's able to avoid it. Never mind. I thought she just ate it. Slipping past the right hook and counters does Fabian. Quick left jab and a quick kick. Oh, and she rocked her with it. Unreal. Big head kick again. Melinda Fabian hanging on and pulls it off. What a fucking comeback and what a strike to change the whole tide of that one. Incredible stuff from Melinda Fabian. She thanks ever connect the Pancrase Gym in Sweden, the Pancrase Gym in Sweden, rather, and our sponsors and all of our fans, family, and supporters. Huge win. Nick Maximov, Carlos El Matador Matos, Chris Lieben again, our referee. And Nick Maximov probably weighing about 195. Big left hand does Matos, or actually he lands the left hand, but missing nothing but air on the big right, rather. Can't connect with the step strikes, hits him with a leg kick, though, does Matos. Now he's got a hold of him, does Maximov, sweeps him. Gotta watch out for that arm bar. Desperately tries to fight the mount. It's a scramble. He's on the bottom, inside control, looking for mount. Scrambles again. He's on his back again, and this time he's pulling half guard. So yeah, Maximov's grappling has worked out, but it hasn't been incredibly successful. So now neither fighter doesn't see an advantage. They stand him back up, and yeah, if Maximov gets another takedown, he'll definitely get this round. Trying to land some shots. Matos, though, doing a good job with these strikes. Jabbing around us, kick to the ribs. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it from Matos. I thought he did more damage, and yeah, looks like they agree. Could be an upset here. Matos with 1-2 doesn't land either blow. Maximov's able to clinch up with him. Yeah, a whole lot of time. Oh, doesn't get him down, though. Well, Matos grabs the cage. Yeah, gotta not give him a verbal warning in such a close fight like this. Sweeps him, though. Arm triangle. Doesn't get it, though. Thought that might have been it. Went from side control to mount, can't get it, so he remains side control. There's that armbar, and yeah, another victim to the Nick Maximov armbar. 5-0, 9-2 for Carlos Betos, and he is making a run at middleweight for sure, the way he's getting these armbar wins. Katharina Lanier, King Reina, our next one at 135. Mergliata's referee, so finally a new referee. KHI judges there, and here we go. They touch gloves. See if I can really land anything. Stepping forward now, counter jab. Straight left. Left hand. Oh, and here we go. 1-2. Reina's equal to it though. Exchange strikes doesn't produce any damage. Right jab. Left cross. From Lanier. Counter left hand from Reina. Jab. Misses the low kick. Jab. Straight right. Or straight left rather. Lands hard. Gets a hold of her leg. Can't take her down. She's going to push her up against the cage here. Some, weight button on her, and yeah, not a great round. Very, very close. But Reina probably got the advantage. But I don't know, though. It felt like she didn't land more strikes. So, yeah, I'd probably have to go with Reina. For a second, I thought Lanier was making more waves. But, yeah, no, it was definitely her. Right hand. Reina avoids the big right. Just keeping her in and out of range. Getting for that chance to clinch like she does here. And we'll see. She got her up against the cage. Got all, tight body control. Trying to posture up, throw some punches to the body. Not happening. Referee's trying to restart him. And here we go, back underway here. As Reina's trying to shoot in. Punch from Lanier, fails to land. Right jab, left cross there. From Lanier, she's lighting her up a little bit here. Jab to right, and the left again. Nice little 1-2. Yeah, jab the left hand. Stunning left hook here. Down she goes. Finally drops her with that left. And I'd say she won that round. It's definitely all tied. Going into the final, Reina grabs her. Fought it, though. Lanier gets wrestled against the cage. Yep. Oh, damn. Reina's going to try and just keep her against the cage. That is tough. Mergliata's going to separate him, though. Straight left lands hard. Oh, Reina gets rocked again. Big uppercut. What a shot. Down she goes with the left hand. Looking to finish the fight, she does. What a win for Katharina Lanier. Pulls it off at the end. And, yeah, thanks to everyone that connected to Golden Glory. What a camp to learn from. Some great, great strikers. Obviously, the Golden Glory gym. And she was tremendous tonight after that first round. It's our main event of the prelim. Jared Cannonier, Roman Kopylov, the Killer Gorilla. Looking to make it 14-8 and finally get a win in this save. Frank Triggs referee. And here we go. Kopylov attacks with a jab and a right hook already off the counter. Kopylov's counter-striking has been on point. Nice right hook. Jab and a low kick. Jab and a right hook from Cannonier. Jab doesn't connect to the right hand, but also left jab, low kick from Kopylov. Off target with the left jab, also misses the right hand. Second half of the round here. Left jab, scores the left kick to the body. 1-2 from Kopylov. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks with a head kick. Oh my lord, and Cannonier is down. Big, big trouble here, and Frank Triggs got to stop it. Jared Cannonier, 13-9. Poor guy just could never catch a break. But gave him 2 easy fights, potentially. Both times, walked away as a loser, and not only that, lost in a pretty dramatic fashion, getting knocked out like that. Hell of a win, though, for Roman Kopylov, nonetheless, can't take that away from him, and he thanks everyone at his team for helping him prepare for the fight, rather, and for his sponsors for supporting him financially as well. That's a hell of a win as our main card opener to see who wins TUF 30. Daniel Huber and Esteban Riverchase. We're hoping for a banger, as, obviously, seeing these guys on TUF, it's kind of hard to determine how they're going to play out on the main card. But obviously, talent-wise and skills-wise, they are some demons in there. So we're hoping for a fun-ass fight for sure. Lee Evans, our referee, which is fun, again, to have a guy that was on that TUF season, the very first one. And we have, as far as Forrest and as far as Stefan Bonner on commentary for this show as well. So there's obviously going to be, a callback to that first TUF season with it, being fucking 30 of them. I just feel like it's the perfect show to do it. And plus, obviously, TUF 29, we had Forrest and Stefan Bonner coach as well, so back into the main kind of modern day UFC fan spotlight as well. So it's nice. It's all coming together well. Here comes a counter already from Zahelber as he gets a kick to the lead leg. Now neither fighter can really land anything though. Counter jab from Rio Verges. 1-2 from Zahelber, fails to land. He's pressuring him now. Jab and now he feints one way, got him off balance. Hits the big head kick after the jab from Zahelber. So far, Zahelber definitely is the favorite for a reason. He's been landing some big shots. Now, Verges, though, good counter. Avoids both those shots. Goes for the jab. Does find the mark on the right hook. Jab at a stinging high kick, though. Oh, and he's rocked. After the high kick down, he goes. Maybe after the uppercut. Oh, no, he's hanging in there. Holy shit. Yeah, he hang. Wow, he held on. That's a fucking wild. Another high kick, though. Oh, boy. Rocked him again. Spinning back fist down, he goes, that's gotta be it. Yeah, Lieben stops the fight there. What a win for Dan Zahelber. Hell of a fight, though. I mean, not the back and forth war of the real life fight, but boy, Zahelber fucking rocked him early, and after that, it was pretty much all but over for him. I mean, shout out Esteban Verges for hanging in there, at least for another couple of minutes, but or not a couple of minutes, but a couple of seconds later, but Lord have mercy, what a win to win the TUF finale as well. I mean, he is the golden boy, and he's looking like he might be a difference maker at this new 165 division. As Aljamain Sterling, the Funk Master, taking on Rafael Ascunha, 19-6, 27-10. Wrestling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background for both guys. As far as obviously, Matt Serra, Ray Longo, fight team for Aljamain Sterling, and he is the favorite, looking to avenge that loss a couple of years back, and now we start off with Sterling trying to get in close again already. He knows he's probably the better grappler of the two. Ascunha, though, is at least trying to keep it standing. It's interesting. Nice left jab and a straight right. Here we go. Sterling, though, able to get a hold of that wrestling base takedown out of the belly. Suplex there, and already, once Sterling's got his shot, he's going to mount him here. Scrambles. That's going to leave Sterling on his back, so he ends up losing out in the scramble. Now scoots backwards, and they're both up against the cage. Going to trap him there. Guillotine. That could have been wild. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of people have been taken out by those guillotines up against the cage. Sterling, though, hangs on. Yeah, not the most exciting of affairs from that one, but Ascunha takes the round, which, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with. It's just kind of wild, that it's just so far outright. It was a very close round, though. I mean, sure, Ascunha had the guillotine, but that was about it. Sterling got him against the ropes. That one FC. We're up against the cage here. Now it's just gonna do the vertical lay-in-bray, as I like to call it, as they separate him, though. Hopefully, something big happens here. I mean, shout out to Ascunha for at least trying to go for something big, but Aljo hasn't been able to do a whole lot. So Sterling gets stuffed here. Now he's going to trip him. Is Ascunha. Ascunha might just get him again here. This is looking really good for Rafael Ascunha. He's passing. Got side control now. Trying to sweep from the bottom. That's not happening. I mean, Ascunha's definitely up 2-0. Maybe not definitely. Maybe at least he definitely won that round. I'll say that. He definitely won that one. If you're Aljamain Sterling, you gotta go for a finish. Already got the single leg, so that's exactly what you need. He needs a 10-8 round even to at least force a potential draw. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. He's got slight control off of it to scramble again, but Ascunha loses out on that scramble. Some elbows here at the top of the head. Don't think it's going to be a 10-8 now. Elevated sweep partially happens, and now it's a wild scramble, and Sterling loses out. Or comes out on top, rather, excuse me, as, yeah. I'm surprised that Aljamain Sterling hasn't went to backpack him, get his hooks in. He is already, though. Oh, Ascunha, though, it's got a hold of him after they scramble. Trips him, so they went that. I mean, Aljo definitely won it, the round. As far as the actual fight itself, it's going to come down to that Ascunha guillotine attempt. I think it's going to be 29-28. Oh, wow. It's a clear unanimous decision win. 30-27 is kind of crazy, though. I think 29-28 for Aljo was the right call. But, man, I mean, that first round, again, was very, very interesting, because it came down really to that guillotine. He did land more shots, too. Yeah, I mean, really, I'm not, Yeah, I mean, if you go with, Escunio in the second, definitely. I mean, Aljo had more punches than I thought in that second, and here I thought Escunio clearly won that second round. Yeah, I mean, that was a very close fight. No surprise with it being a split in the first fight. He did, again, I think rounds 1 and 3 were definitely the most exciting ones. But again, that second round, I'd probably have to give it to Escunio. Yeah, I guess we were all off on that one. I would say we're going to rematch it, but I mean, Escunio, you never know, he might retire after this. But yeah, Aljamain Sterling kind of gets bailed out here. As far as he definitely could have went the other way with this decision, but gets bailed out a little bit. Tough fight, though. Escunio definitely proved why he won in the first fight. As Tim Means, the Dirty Bird, taking on Alexei Konechko. Both guys 37. Both guys looking for a win here. And as far as for Konechko, maybe potentially, really for both guys. I wouldn't say just exclusively Konechko, but both guys looking to potentially make one last run here before they hang it up. And Mergliata's our referee for this one. Cage Siders there. Konechko is looking significantly bigger than Tim Means, even though they both hit the scale at 175. 2 punches here from Konechko out of Flory. Fails a leg kick. Clean right hand from Tim Means, though. Left jab and a leg kick to the rib cage. Konechko with a good combination here. Ends with a right cross. Surprised they didn't rock him. Konechko with a left kick to the body. These guys are going after it, though. Missed it with the right hand after the jab. Clean right hand after the jab from Tim Means. Oh, when he rocked him. Big right hand. Konechko was still covering up. Oh, big right down. Drops him here. Here we go. Big shots. Kimura from Tim Means. Americano. Oh, he got him. Oh, my God. I thought for sure after the armbars, he's going to blow it. But he slapped that Americana on, and that's all she wrote. What a win for the Dirty Bird. Pulls it off. First round finish. Hell of a win. Thanks for connected to Rothwell MMA. He wants Wally Alves. Good fight. Good call out there. As far as another vet, definitely can make that happen. Interesting, though. Alexei Konechko, he was looking really good until he got caught. And that was all she wrote. Man, Kevin Aguilar, Soda Kusev, Super Soda Kusev, both guys looking to make a big splash at the 145 division. And these are 2 killers for sure, and they need to get a big win. Especially for Aguilar. Looking for his 20th win. He's the underdog in this fight. This would definitely help him out in the long run if he can beat Soda Kusev here. Aguilar falls for a feint, though. Oh, stiff left round kick to the body from Soda Kusev, and he can land some big shots. Aguilar, though, 4 of a flurry of punches, but none of them landing. Soda Kusev now looking really good off the, just striking wise as far as avoiding these shots. Good right hand from Kusev, connects the left hand. Oh, there's a head kick that might have just ended it right there, knocked him down. Looking to finish the fight, and he does, in fact, end it in the first as well. Soda Kusev, that's a bad man at 145, and he is looking real good. Striking-wise, you definitely have to put him up there with some of the best in the division, and he praises team at Team Lloyd Irvin, and just a great win, especially bouncing back after his loss to Zabit. Kai Kara Francis, don't blink for Kai Kara Francis against Jazier De Silva, our main event. We've had some finishes tonight on this main card in the first round. These guys are destined to go 5 rounds. We'll see if it will happen. 2 punches of a sudden flurry, though. Here comes a counter from Jazier De Silva. Counter with the left hand. Left hook from Kai Kara France. Left jab and a left hook to the body from De Silva. Silva now with a left cross. Good right hand from Kai Kara France. These guys are landing again. Some big shots. Managed to come out with a big punch out of a flurry, but missed the big right hand, though. Right hand absorbed in the glove to the jab from Kai Kara France. Big right hand. Oh, missed the big right hand. Here comes Jazier De Silva with the counter. Left to the body. Past the halfway point in the fight. Or past the halfway point in the round, rather. Excuse me. He's now missed the attempted shot to the body. Gets countered with the left jab and a right cross. Man, I mean, both guys are landing their shots. Jazier De Silva a little bit better on the counter striking, but so far, Kai Kara France hasn't been dropped or anything, so he's in there and he's got a chance at least to make something happen. Left jab can't get hit with the right cross. Oh, 1-2, now cut him with that one. Underneath the eye. Hits the jab, fails on the leg kick. pair of jabs, missed the head kick, and that's the end of the first round. They're going to give it to Kai France. I mean, I probably would have slid Jazier de Silva's way with the cut. Plus, he did a little more as far as landing-wise, but I guess he didn't do more damage, because I guess power strikes went to Kai France. So significant strikes went his way, but I probably would have went with Jazier de Silva on that one, as, man, missed with the left jab, and it's the right hand, does Jazier de Silva. Clean right hand from Kai France, went for the head kick after the jab, that doesn't land. Ooh, head kick does some damage, and he rocked him. Oh boy, he stumbles. He's on wobbly legs, went for the Muay Thai clinch. Probably a mistake. Missed the knee strike there. Knee strike doesn't have much power on it, though, to the chest. And yeah, Jazier de Silva, a bit of a mistake there. But now he's lighting him up here with a couple of jabs. Catches him with the right round kick to the body. But that head kick, that definitely shook Kai France, because he has not been the same since that head kick. Definitely is going to win the round with that one as well. Couple of strikes, not really landing, so it was a bit of a lull in the action after that head kick, but definitely, again, I still have Jazier de Silva up 2 rounds to none, but Kai France might be 1-1 on some of the scorecards. His left jab, right hand absorbed in the gloves, missed the right hook, here comes a counter, it's a counter with a jab and a left kick to the body, counters the jab, oh, but missed it, does, Kai France. Good right hook here after the head kick is off target. Again, he's looking for that big time head kick shot. But this time maybe looking to finish the fight afterwards. Jab, missed the right hand. Can't connect with a brace of jabs. Hits a kick to the lead leg though. Again, Kai France, he's just really been jabbing after that head kick. That's really fucked him up. Body kick here, a spinning body kick from Jazier de Silva. Kai France moving around the cage trying to get his chance to really dart in potentially. Doesn't connect with a brace of jabs. Hits the right hand, though. It's Kai France. Big right hook from Jazier de Silva, and he's basically on E, and we haven't went into the 4th and 5th rounds yet, and he's already pretty tired. Yeah, I mean, he definitely won that round, too. Again, I have it 3 rounds to none, but they have it 29-28. Either way, Jazier de Silva is on top and cooking. Missed with the right cross to Jazier de Silva, and here comes Kai France with the counter. It's a jab, and he has a right cross, but that also just missed. As Jazier de Silva, pretty much on E. He's still able to grapple with him, which is interesting. Kai France is really getting smothered here. Oh, now, and as far as he takes a knee inside his own knee, trying to get some dirty boxing. Again, Kai France preventing that. They separate him. Ooh, glancing blow with a high kick from Kai France. Great right hook from Jazier de Silva. Good right hand after the left jab misses, and also great clean right hand from Kai France after the jab. Nice little 1-2. Kai France, he should have the better gas tank. He's just now getting tired. You should see him try to empty it here come the 5th round. This round was a lot closer. Glancing above the high kick from Kai France again. Another head kick attempt. This time doesn't land it, though, from Kai France. He probably won that round. Oh, they gave it to Jazier de Silva. Wow. Yeah, I definitely felt like Kai France did more. I thought he landed more. I think it's 3-1 Kai France. So me and at least the narrator are way off on the scorecard. But either way, Kai France needs a finish. And now is the time to do it. Counters right hand with a quick left jab and a right hand. So not a great start. Sweeps the leg here, potentially. But Kai France blocks it, and he blocks it again. For the 2nd time, they're going to break apart the grappling exchange. Jab and a right cross from oh man, Jazier de Silva got rocked. Big right hand on the jaw, pounds away here. Clearly hurt him, but I think he's going to survive. Yep, but he's in mount. Oh, he's trying to go for mount, but he stopped him. Minute left. Lieben's going to stand back up, maybe try to end the fight standing. Here comes a great counter from Jazier de Silva with a clean right hand. Missed the right cross, though. That probably could have been a fight in if it would have landed. But yeah, have it 4 rounds to 1. Yeah, looks like I was on the right side of the scorecards there from everybody. But see some people said a 50-45. Just wild. But yeah, what a fight. Especially for Jazier de Silva. Looked real good. Especially, up there in age. Taking on a youngin' like Kai France. And he put a beating on him. He was a -400 for a reason. And he showed it there. He name checks all of his sponsors, all of his fans. Thanks all of his fans that turn out to support him as well. Pretty good card. I mean, yeah, the main card delivered, except for really the Aljo fight. which that's almost a I wouldn't say almost a given, but then a big possibility of that always happening. And even the women's bantamweight fight I thought was at least better than decent, but yeah, I mean that was a good little card. Good little card for the old TUF finale. We even made $1 million off the gate, which is crazy. Yeah, popularity decrease. I could definitely see that happening with how the focus wasn't really a major focus on the broadcasting or anything like that. Obviously, Soda Kusev, Tim Means, Zahaber, for sure. I'll give one to Reaver Chase as well. I feel like those guys, they could use a bonus for making it to the finals. Zabetska with the big upset, too. Fabian, again, with her upset. It's a fun card. Poor Jared Cannonier. I mean, I don't know what else to do besides let him go. He's lost now 5 in a row. He was a clear favorite tonight. It's not happening. Not happening at all. Very, very tough to see that for the Cannon Man. He fucking rules. Just hasn't went his way here in the save. But that will do it though for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And we will catch you guys next time for the crowning of the first ever Super Lightweight Champion. As it will be UFC 271 McGregor Beeb 3. We'll catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.